It's Force Friday, y'all. Let's do it. What's up? What is up, Grumpy Nation? So today I am back with a two-parter. I went nutty on Force Friday. I have seen lots of videos. I know y'all went nutty too. This Force Friday haul, part 1 and part 2, will be only Funko Pops. Because that's pretty much what I focused on. Today's episode is solely Stormtroopers, okay? So this is the Stormtrooper edition of Force Friday. Let's get into the Pops, alright? Now I'm really excited about this. This Force Friday Pop haul was epic. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to focus on with Force Friday is this guy. Now this is awesome. This is probably the most adorable Pop I have ever seen. This is the Sand Trooper and Dewback. Now, the Dewback looks awesome to me. I just love that Pop. And I understand that the paint on the Sand Trooper is supposed to be sand on him, but I gotta be honest, some of the Pops, some of the Stormtrooper Pops were horrid. I mean, the worst paint jobs you've ever seen. This one is included in that group because out of the two that I got, this is the worst one as far as paint, but it has the most sand paint, I guess you could say, on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it and I'll show you what's up. Alright guys, this is a trip. So the actual Dewback is a freaking bobblehead. Are you kidding me? I understand the bobblehead thing, okay? But even the lizard is a freaking bobblehead. That is ridiculous. On a spring. It's kind of annoying, I gotta be honest. But this thing is freaking adorable. Look at that. That is awesome. Now the paint is definitely flawed on this. There's some chunks out of it. There's some white paint, but not horrible. Only really his foot and the side of his leg has a little bit of mess up. But other than that, this Pop is amazing. And as you can see, the strap for his head is kind of loose, so you would think you could hold it. But anyways, bobblehead on the lizard, which is crazy. And then the Stormtrooper. Now, like I said, you could call this a paint flaw, or you could say that they were very liberal in the sand painting of this guy. But he's got a lot of kind of just smushy sand all over his chest. It looks like a really crappy paint job. The rest of the Stormtrooper, or the Sand Trooper I should say, the rest of him looks great. Very cool, detailed on his backpack. I mean, he's got this shoulder pad that's got the orange paint on it. It's a really great Pop, but it's just, I don't know. I don't like the extra kind of smush sand that they painted all over his chest. So actually stand on the Dewback. So that is how I'm going to probably put him on my shelf. He stands there all right. I mean, it's not bad. His feet kind of go right around the saddle there, and it looks all right. Well, there you go. All right, guys. So let's keep it old school on this one. Now, this one is the original old school Snow Trooper. Alright guys, so next we're going to keep it real old school, and we're going to go with the original Snow Trooper. Now this is awesome. Now this is actually part of a 4-piece Funko Pop Walgreens exclusive set, Star Wars set that just came out. They have the Spirit Yoda, which is glow in the dark I believe, a Boba Fett prototype, which is all white, the Imperial Guard, and the Snow Trooper. You can see those on the back here. So that's a very cool set. Now I'm disappointed because there is no exclusive sticker on the box, which is kind of a bummer. Given the fact that I had to make room for my Pops and I keep them out of box now, it's not that big a deal. But as far as resale goes, that's kind of a bummer that there is no Walgreens exclusive sticker on this box. But cool nonetheless. And here's the best part about this Pop. On the bottom here, you can see it says Walgreens exclusive, except for Walgreens is misspelled. So, Funko fail. Let's call it Funko fail Force Friday. That's terrible. Anyways, this Pop looks very cool, so I'm going to open this guy up and check him out. Alright guys, and here is the Snow Trooper. Now, a couple things I noticed right away. His little cape, whatever you want to call it on the back, the paint is real weird on it. It's like an off-white. Everything else is white on this guy, but this paint on the back is real crappy. His chest paint, he's got this little red and blue and this little red dots on him. Overall, this is a pretty Pop. I'm gonna be honest, this is not the best Pop that I've ever seen. But it is Star Wars and I love Star Wars, so I had to pick him up. So that is the Snow Trooper from the original movies. Here is the next one out of my Stormtrooper episode. This is the First Order Flame Trooper. This dude looks pretty awesome, I gotta be honest. He kind of looks like a snow trooper, but kind of not. I don't know, but he looks really cool, so I'm definitely interested in opening this guy up and checking him out. Alright, so this is the First Order Flame Trooper. Now, the paint application on this dude is a little bit messy, but not too bad. But you gotta check this out. Look at his backpack. He's got the flamethrower backpack. He's got the white and black flamethrower. I mean, this guy is awesome. And again, I really like this because the head is really heavy, so it doesn't bobble too much. I know it looks like it is, but it really doesn't bobble that much. It's got a really heavy head. I really like this. The only weird thing about him is his mask has got kind of like a frown on it, and it just kind of looks cheesy. I don't know. Something about it looks weird. Maybe it'll look better in the movie, but nonetheless, this is the First Order Flame Trooper, and I love it. Next, in the Star Wars The Force Awakens pops, we have the First Order Snow Trooper. Alright, now this is the new school version of the Snow Trooper, so let's see how he compares to the old one. Alright guys, and there he is. Now, no doubt, this dude looks a lot better than the last one. His paint job is much better. He's got a little backpack on. Again, all black and white with these little silver things in the front of his face. There's some paint smudges on him, but nothing too crazy. But this dude looks really cool. Now, I have to say, if you compare him to the old school Snow Trooper, the difference to me is that they kept the pop kind of style eyes on this old guy, which doesn't really make him look like a stormtrooper. These new ones, they really kept it more to the style of the movie, so they made him look more like a figure than a pop, if that makes any sense. His eyes just don't have those pop eyes. It really looks like a stormtrooper, so I love that. Very cool looking guy. Not a lot of detail, but you gotta love stormtroopers. I should have bought more of them and just had an army of them. But this is the First Order Snow Trooper, so not bad. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, alright? So these last three are my favorite of the Stormtrooper line that I got. Ended up picking this up the morning of Force Friday at GameStop by my work, and this is the Stormtrooper Finn. And I love this guy. This thing is so cool. Now this is a GameStop exclusive, so you can only get this at GameStop, and it was one per customer. Makes sense, it was one per customer. They actually only had 4 on the shelf at the whole store, but I did manage to pick up 2. So, 1 per customer unless you have a friend that is willing to go over there and buy it for you 5 minutes after you bought one. So this is awesome. This is Finn in the Stormtrooper outfit, and I'm going to bust him open. Alright guys, and here he is. Here is Finn in his Stormtrooper outfit. Very cool looking. Now the problem with this is there was 4 different ones there, and I looked through all 4, and all 4 of them had really crappy paint jobs. The only place that you can really see it, if you can tell, is on his knees there. His knees just have a real splatchy, I mean, they really did a crap job on the knees. And they did it on almost every Stormtrooper, and I don't understand why they did that. It didn't look like it would take that much time. It's just a little tiny paint application, but they really smudged it, and it doesn't look great. But the rest of the pop looks cool, and I love this look with a normal person in the Stormtrooper outfit with the the helmet off. I just think it's great. So this is Finn, who is one of the main characters of the new Star Wars movie, in his Stormtrooper outfit. So very cool. Now this one is the regular Stormtrooper. So this is the First Order Stormtrooper. Now again, they didn't give these Stormtroopers the pop style eyes. They gave them the Stormtrooper helmet eyes, which I think is amazing. And I love this new version of Stormtrooper. They just look badass, they look evil. I love it. I mean, this to me is a better looking Stormtrooper than the other old school Stormtroopers. So I'm really excited about this. Alright, and here he is. And again, the body sculpt is the exact same one that Finn just had that I showed you. But again, crappy painted knees. So weird. But this helmet, look at this thing. I mean, the sculpt on this is awesome. I love the application. In the mouth, it's a different texture than the rest of the helmet. So the rest of the helmet's kind of smooth, and the mouth has like a honeycomb texture inside there, and it looks just awesome. The paint isn't too bad on this guy. Most of it's alright. The knees are a little bit bad, and there's a little smudge on the back, but other than that, look at that guy. Now, I love that they went in the direction of keeping it more to the actual figures and not with the round pop eyes. It just looks so awesome. So this is a really menacing, very cool figure. I love it. Last but not least, on my Stormtrooper edition of Force Friday is none other than Captain Phasma. Now that pop right there is the reason I was excited about Force Friday. I cannot get enough of this pop. Now she is all I guess the original character, she's like all metallic, but that silver and that black and that red just looks awesome, so I cannot wait to pop this one open. Alright guys, and there she is in all her glory, Captain Phasma. This pop is epic. I love it. There is not one paint flaw on this thing, not one. The knees are painted great, so weird. So no question to me, this is the best and the baddest of all of the Stormtrooper pops. I love this one. So that is Captain Phasma. And that, my friends, is the end of Episode 1, Stormtrooper Edition of Force Friday. Thank you for joining me. And again, if you love Star Wars, please check out entertainmentearth.com. They have a ton of Star Wars stuff. They've got action figures, they've got pops, they've got everything. So check the link in the description below. That is my link. Tell those awesome folks at Entertainment Earth that the Grumpy Nerd sent you. And look for Episode 2, which will be the rest of my Force Friday haul. Thank y'all for joining me. Grumpy Nation, you guys are awesome. Later.